Hi, boys and girls. Okay, we are back. Miss Beatrice here, missing you all. Okay, like we said before, we're still doing value. We talked about the elements of art that are line, shape, color, value. Let's see, are you doing with me? The elements of art are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and and space. Okay, so we are doing value, and we talked about our artist inspiration, who is who? Renee? Let's see if you remember. Renee? Yes, Renee Magritte. Renee Magritte. And we said that he uses value in a lot of his paintings. And we looked at a video that was a song that showed us, it talked about tints and shades, right? And value, how it goes from dark to light, right? Today we're gonna do a worksheet. Some of us don't have printers, so we're gonna try to do it on white piece of paper. If you don't have a white piece of paper, it's okay. You can use one with lines, anything you have available. I found some color pencils. You can use crayons if you have. This worksheet is for some of these terms to stay in your head for you to remember, like value, right? Which is an element of art that we've been covering. Rene Magritte, that we talked about his artwork and how he is a painter that did surrealist, artwork. And surrealism, do you remember what it was? More than realistic, right? It's more than reality. It's dreamlike. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, right? So let's take this sheet of paper. I have a marker available, and I'm gonna write here element of art, elements of art, or element of art, which is what we are doing. Value. We did line, we did shape, we did color. Now we're doing value. Okay, so in value, we're going to do this big rectangle. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this big rectangle. But for now, you're going to do a big rectangle, if you can see it. And here, I'm going to write dark. Because here, I want to do the color from dark to light. Because what is value? It's a color going from dark to lightness, right? And then I'm going to do a value scale. And I'm going to write value scale. I hope you can see it there. Value scale. Yes. And I'm going to do a long rectangle as well. In this rectangle, in the middle, I'm going to have in the middle a little rectangle. And then in the other two, I'm going to divide. I'm going to put a line, right? I'm going to subdivide those two. In this middle one, I'm going to write color, because that's where I'm going to have the pure color. Under it, you write color. Okay. And then here, I'm going to have the shade. Okay. And then tint on the other side. Remember, in the song, shade, when we add black, right? And tint, when we add white. Then on the bottom, we're going to do shading. So here we're going to have a circle. Let's do 3. So we do hatching. Let's do hatching. I know you remember these from when we did line. We did hatching, crosshatching. We did hatching, crosshatching, and blending we didn't do when we did line, blending. But blending is smudging. I'm going to show you how we do that. And here, I'm going to do a big circle if you want to do that. Here, I'm going to show you a source of light. So imagine that this is light. Then here would be the highlight. I'm going to explain in a little bit, so hang with me. Bear with me. Okay, here you have a cast shadow. And then, oh, can you see it? Maybe you can't see it that well. I'm going to move it. Here you have a cast shadow, and then here you have the shadow. Okay. And here on this side, you could do it yourself. Okay. So, here this is what I have available. If you don't have color pencils, you can use crayons, whatever we have, right? Okay. I'm going to use red to show value. So here, elements of art, we have value. I'm going to do really, really dark red, right? Because I want to show red going from dark, from darkness to light. And this could take you a little while. I mean, you could do it carefully for the purpose of this video. I'm going to do it really fast, but you could take your time with it. Do you see how from dark it goes all the way to light? In the video it's kind of hard to see, but you get the drill, right? From dark to light. And that way you see value. Here, the value scale, you see shade, color, and tint. First, we're going to start off with the color. So we're going to do the full red, right? For this, you're going to need white, black, and a color. I chose red. You could choose any color you want. So if you don't have red, it's okay. You don't need to use red. I used red. And you're going to put the color you chose in the middle. And then, next to it, you're going to do it lighter, right? Not that fall, right? Lighter. And then here, lighter too. On this side, well, let's do the tint, just so you don't get confused. So, we do the color. Then when we do the tint, we're going to do white. So we need to sharpen. This happens all the time, right? Okay, so here, I'm going to press it with white. And you can go back and forth, right? And you see from dark, here we have the tint. And if I go and put more white, let's see, I kind of did it kind of too dark, but it's okay. It's okay. Do you see how this is lighter than this? And this is way darker. Here, maybe I could go a bit darker. I need to sharpen my red again. And here, I'm gonna go dark again. So here, when I go dark, and it broke again. Some color pencils are breaking off on me. Okay, here we go. So when I go dark here, I'm gonna use the black. So I use black on it. I don't press too hard. Actually, this is not black because I didn't have any black available, but this is brown. Because I didn't have black, it's okay. The darkest color you have, gray. Black will do. So I'm going to do the same here, but this time I'm going to press it really, really hard. Oop, and it broke again. Okay. And this is going to be the shade. I can always go back and forth. This will help you to practice, to have fun, and also to remember. So if you want to do this for fun, it's okay. You don't have to upload it. You could just do it. If you want to show Miss Beatrice, I'm not going to say no, but you don't have to. I don't need it for you to upload it. Okay, here you have the shade, you have the tint, and here we have the color. For hatching, cross-hatching, and blending. So here we're going to need a pencil. Let me see if I can reach it. So here, for the pencil part, so hatching, you just do lines. And what you do, let me see if you can see it. You create value by doing just with hatching. So it's little lines, and you create the appearance of 3D shape of the ball, right? You can go darker here, right? And it appears to have a 3D shape. That is hatching because it's only lines that are parallel, let's say. Then cross-hatching, it goes across. So it goes both ways. So horizontal, vertical. And as you can see, it looks darker. It's way faster. And also, it creates the appearance of 3D. And here we have blending, or what I call smudging, which is my favorite to create value. So what I do, I scribble, and then with my finger, I smudge or blend. I love scribbling and then smudging. When I do drawings, I love smudging or blending. And this, as you can see, creates the 3D. Do you see that? My source of light is different on here than on this one. If I want to change that, I could just smudge there, and that changes the light source, which I want to show here. So in here you have the shadow, which you can create with hatching, cross-hatching, or smudging, right? Let me lift that a little bit. And the cast shadow here, you can do however you want. You could do scribble, you could do cross-hatching, you could just color in with pencil, with color pencils. Here, you do the shadows, right? This is also, we could create the illusion, right, of a 3D, which is gonna show value, right? And then by doing this, we are showing this is the light source. So if the light source is here, the highlight will be here. So if our highlight is there, we need to make sure that we are hatching or cross-hatching, or you could do all three. If you want to do blending and do cross-hatching and hatching, you can combine them. It's on, your choice. as long as you know their names, and I know you know hatching.